Listen, I'm going to start off with Europa League. 'Cause I'm sure everyone's dying to see a Champions League, but both I'm sure are equal. You know my sort of take on Europa League. Big Man has been hosting this season, and Nigel and Alex have been guests. And guys, you have been killing it. You guys have cleaned up. I watched the show. I follow your bets, but yeah, doing very well indeed. Certainly, Nigel, didn't you get like all of your bets right in the last round?
I think we both did. I think all of us. I know Big Man
Did
was
you?
hosting the show, but I think Alex did exceptionally well as well. I think, but like they
That's
say,
right.
even broken clocks right twice a day, isn't it? I suppose that's the way you look at it.
Well, yeah, it's only twice a day though, isn't it? You guys were more than right twice. So I have to say, honestly,
I,
congratulations. Uh,
Yeah, it was that the video. I mean, I tweeted the video out, and I mean, I've done a lot of TV work and stuff and betting stuff over the years, and I think that was probably one of the best 7 minutes of content that I think I've ever been involved in. So it'll be one for the highlight reel for sure.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, listen, Arsenal are through. Arsenal played Atletico Madrid. I definitely say that I know you're a Gunners fan for all your sins, but do you think they've certainly got the toughest draw out of the lot? Would you say?
Well, so have Atletico Madrid. I mean, Atletico Madrid have got the toughest draw as well because these two are the top two sides. So
Yeah.
in a funny way, I'm glad Arsenal are meeting Atletico Madrid now rather than in the final because I think in a
Hmm.
one-off game, I think they'd be very hard to beat them in a one-off game. But over two legs, I think they do have a chance. I mean, they haven't got a big chance, but they've definitely got a chance. I think they've got more of a chance in that than they would do over just a one-off game. Atletico Madrid though are just so hard to beat. I mean, they're so defensively strong.
Yeah.
Their front two is exceptional. Their midfield is strong. They've got a manager who I would love to see at the Emirates. I've said it countless times on the show. I think Simeone is exactly what Arsenal need. He'll make them nasty. He'll make them hard to beat. He's perfect for them. And really, I think even though Arsenal are improving, I think that Atletico Madrid will be very, very hard for Arsenal to break down. And they're a worthy favourite for this competition for me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Big man, do you think obviously the hardest draw was Arsenal Atletico Madrid and then Marseille Salzburg. Marseille not a bad price there to beat Salzburg. They're 1.8. Who do you see making the final now based on the draw?
Well, I think Atletico will beat Arsenal. I mean, look, Arsenal's going to have to clean sheet Atletico probably at home. I mean, again, this team can't go on the road and beat, Swansea for God's sakes. I mean, what makes you? I mean, they couldn't go to Ulsterstones and beat anyone. I mean, what makes you think they're going to go to Spain and break down one of the best defenses in the world, if not the best? I know
But
those are different
it's
games, but
that's but
this team has
the
had.
thing is though, big man, that's typical Arsenal. That's what Arsenal do. Whenever everybody does when Arsenal expected to win, they always let you down. But when their backs
But
against the wall, they always do perform. That's the problem with them.
yeah, but at the end of the day, they haven't performed this year because they haven't won anything, and they're on the verge of not winning anything. Listen, we can make excuses for Arsenal. They'll play hard when it matters most. Well, this is the last option. There's no other trophies after this one. You don't win anything here. You're not going anywhere next year. You're not going to Champions League. You're not going to anything. You're going to be sixth in the league. And you're just going to be a regular team. With the money they spend, with the players they have, with the arrogant coach they have, they should be winning a lot more than just possibly Europa League. I don't see it. I think Nigel's right on point with Simeone. That would be a great manager for Arsenal. I just don't see it. I don't see them beating Madrid. It would have been nice if they could have gotten one of these two other teams and they could at least have gotten to the final. And I guess that would have been some sort of, notch in their armor. But I think it'll be Atletico Madrid. And I actually think Salzburg's going to find a way to win. They've been pretty great in this tournament. I think you'll see plenty of goals though in that one. I mean, I think all of us in the last round of fixtures had those overs just perfect with Salzburg. I mean, Salzburg Lazio was just a basketball match every time they played. I'll go Salzburg and I'll go Atletico in the final.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's one of the markets that is open, and we'll get to that in a minute. So obviously, two different sides of the coin here. Alex, as how Arsenal will sort of approach the game with Atletico Madrid, who will advance. Do you think this is going to be a tough one for Arsenal or Atletico Madrid?
We're talking about the best defensive side in the top 5 European leagues. We are talking about Atletico Madrid, and they have also the advantage that they are playing the second leg in front of their fans.
Yeah.
So exactly like Big Man said, Arsenal should probably keep a clean sheet in front of Atletico, which I don't think that will happen. I think that not using the best starting 11 in the Premier League now, it's a really big mistake because these boys need some matches for such a tough match against Atletico Madrid. And I really don't understand why Wenger, not Wenger, is doing this stupid stuff, starting the B team against beatable sides and losing the matches against Newcastle also. Um, I, I think that Atletico Madrid will advance, and I think that Marseille will advance, and they will probably have a very good chance playing in France, playing in Lyon, against doesn't matter against which team. And yes, absolutely incredible odds for Marseille to win at home against Salzburg. Marseille are playing absolutely amazing in front of their fans when they're playing at home. Doesn't matter against which side. Maybe
Yeah.
Salzburg will go further, but not from the first leg. I think that in the first leg, Marseille will win that match.
Yeah. So you're saying Atletico Madrid, Salzburg, name the finalists bet. You can get that 3.5.
No. I'm saying Atletico Madrid and Marseille, and Marseille to be
Okay.
the home side on Lyon's
Right.
turf.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's 2.38. So just Nigel, do you think that Arsenal will advance over the two legs, or do you think Atletico Madrid right now 1.57 to qualify? Who do you think is
I think
qualifying over the
Atletico,
two legs?
well, Atletico Madrid are the worthy favourites for every reason we've said. Defensively, they're the best team in Europe. Up front, they've got a great strike partnership. They've got goals in them. They're a rock solid side. It's very hard for Arsenal to get anything from that game in Madrid. It's going to be virtually impossible for them. So I can't see them getting anything. So I think Atletico Madrid will prevail. In the other game, I think that Marseille will qualify on aggregate 32-30.
Okay.
So there'll be loads of goals.
All right then. Okay, and sorry, Big Man, were you saying Salzburg? I missed that one. You're calling for Atletico Madrid Salzburg final?
Yeah, I'm going Atletico Salzburg, and I just want to make one more thing clear, and I want to ask Nigel. I mean, Nigel, you would agree though? I mean, as far as do we think Arsenal could score goals? Maybe. Remember though, no Aubameyang in these fixtures. That means you're gonna have to put Danny Welbeck up front, which look, Denny Welbeck's played decent lately, but this is much different competition. Plus, it's all year this defense has been shocking. I mean, they're shockingly bad. I mean, Mustafi is horrible. I mean, Callum Chambers.
Yeah.
I mean, do they belong up? They're a shockingly bad defense. And look, I mean, where do you go? You're not going to put Per Mertesacker out there. You're not going to put. You know, they're just a mess, man, on defense.
That's so unlike Arsenal. I mean, the Arsenal football team's success of years and years has been built on a solid back four and a good goalkeeper, and that's what their success has been built on for years and years and years. So I mean, and I think the alarming thing now is I think Peter Cech has been a sensational goalkeeper in the Premier League, but I think he's gone. I think he's gone as well, and I don't think he's giving the players in front of him much confidence. I mean, there's no communication between Mustafi and Cech, and it's obviously clear that there's something not right there. The backup goalkeeper is not good enough for Ospina. Ospina plays in this competition as well. He's always liable to throw one in. And the trouble is, if they concede at the Emirates, which I think they're certain to concede at the Emirates, because they concede every game they play, it's going to be very, very hard for them to score in Madrid because Madrid are the best defence in world football. So, but it's saying that. I mean, we're all sitting here, we're all confident that it would not surprise me that Wenger gets a performance out of them, and they do beat them. I mean, it just wouldn't surprise me. I can't see it myself, but it wouldn't shock me because every time Wenger's back has been against the wall in European football, domestic football, for the last 5 or 6 years, he's always got result, and he's like a get out of jail card in Monopoly. He's just used it and got out of jail. The worst thing that happened for Arsenal Football Club is they win this competition and Wenger stays another year. So if you want Wenger out, you want the back. It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing.
I
If
was
he gets
just
Champions League football, they win
someone's
this competition. He
comment
stays
said,
another year.
yeah. I know. I was reading. They just, I can't remember, where does it say? Here's the scoop. Here, Patrick Fowler. Arsenal win the Europa League and Wenger gets a new 2-year deal. So there
Well,
we
that's what
go. But no,
happened. That's
listen.
what.
I know. All right. Listen. So let's move on now. So Champions League. Don't forget as well. We'll obviously be previewing these games. In the week that the matches preview as well. Just taking a look, obviously, who's got it tough, who's got it easy, and also if there's any sort of bets to make right now. Are there any bets? Actually, I didn't ask this. Any bets right now on Europa League that you guys think has got value you should pull the trigger on now, or is there nothing out there and you think, hey, let's just wait until the week of? Big man, do you have anything?
I mean, I listen. I don't think it's close in this competition. I think Atletico Madrid is way better than every other side. I don't really want to tie my money up though, and basically an even money price. Listen, if you didn't bet it early, obviously you're not gonna get a ton of value. You are getting plus money though on Atletico Madrid will win. So if you feel like tying your money up, but no, I mean not really. I mean I'll wait. To the finals. Just bet these games individually.
Yep.
Should be fun, but I mean, I would have, you know, I'm looking more forward to Champions League.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Alex, have you got anything now to bet on, or are you sort of like echoing what Big Man says?
You're getting plus money on Atletico Madrid because they are playing Arsenal in the semi-final. This is why the bookies think that Arsenal are the second favorites. This is why, and they go head to head. So they are priced at 2.2 right now. But I really like from now. I think that the odds will drop. Marseille to win at home against Salzburg at 1.8. I think that
Hmm.
those odds will drop till the start. Till we will talk on Monday, next Monday, about the first legs, the first leg.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Nigel, I've got to ask you before we move on to Champions League. Is there anything that you'd like to bet on right now?
Think that Salzburg matches, they seem to be very poor away from home, or they don't mind losing to us from 3 away from home, and then at home they're confident of putting 4 past anybody. So I think that Marseille price will be a decent price at 1.8. I would probably back that now. And on the outright, you've got to make a case for Atletico Madrid. But again, I agree with Big Man. I wouldn't be rushing to back anybody at just slightly bigger than even money.